Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Salt. I'm the founder of Senarii. It's a consulting firm. So today I want to talk about the who and why of Senarii. Yes, I came up with that name all by myself, so happy about that. So to give you just a high level what's going on, here's the obligatory kind of who I am and what our business does. So this is a business operations consulting firm. What that means is we work towards business processes and systems within the organization, help support the structure to make sure that the processes are optimized. So our mission is to drive business value by providing resources and tools to create more effective processes and more efficient use of available resources. We desire to stimulate local business economies by allowing small and medium businesses the chance to thrive in their existing markets and to grow in innovative ways. So that's kind of who we are and what our mission is. It's really about local economies and making sure that the small businesses are able to thrive. So when I'm out networking and talking to people, there are two main questions that I get. Why do you do what you do? And how did you get started? So I'll talk about my why first, like why I do what I do. And it's these guys right here. So these are my three little boys, Asher, Declan, and Everett. And this was the number one reason why I left my 9-to-5 to start the consulting firm. With my last job, I was traveling a lot more than I really wanted to do. And it got to the point where my kid, my oldest, was crying pretty much every time I left to go to work, saying, "Daddy, please, no, please stay. I want you to stay home and not have to go." And obviously that's just not an option. But it really breaks your heart. The straw that kind of broke the camel's back was a 10-day trip that I had to spend in Hong Kong when my wife was 3 months postpartum with our youngest. So she was just had a baby, 3-month-old, 3 boys, and I'm on the other side of the world, and there's not much I can do to help. And my wife and I said, we have got to find a different solution. And so the way we decided to do that was through the consulting firm. And so there's the personal why and the professional why. The personal why is spending time with my kids, spending time with my family. My professional why is to help small businesses access, experience professional business care, okay? Plumbers know plumbing really well, right? They don't necessarily understand business all that well. And so it's really tough for them to be able to step back, overview how they're working, is it working or not, what they can do differently to make it work better. And so by having an independent consultant come in, they can actually access that experience professional for themselves. And so the other question that I get is, how did you get started? So the reason why this is the avenue that we chose to stay home with the kids is because I have worked in software development project management for 5+ years. I spent a lot of time in that industry. I wrote code for a while, and then I moved into the project management side. Software is a very process-heavy, process-driven industry, and so I spent a lot of my time tweaking the processes and systems that I was exposed to within my industry. My last job that I had, when I first walked in the door, they had a 12-page template to write requirements documents. It took 3 to 4 weeks to get it from kickoff to sign off. And I was like, this is driving me crazy. There's got to be a better way to handle it. So I sat down, I worked with a coworker to knock the template from a 12-page report that the developers didn't even use most of the information that was in there. We just had to fill it out because it was a box to check. And so we knocked it from 12 pages down to a page and a half. And then I took an entire day and basically looked at the process start to finish. Who has to touch what? When do they need to touch it? What has to be reviewed? When does it need to be reviewed? And I set up a system of checklists around what that structure looks like. And I was getting requirements signed off in 3 to 4 days as opposed to 3 to 4 weeks because of the process that we had implemented. That was sort of the aha moment. I said, that's what we're going to use. That's the skill we're going to leverage so that I can stay home with my kids. And so that's what we're doing with the consulting firm, is able to help small businesses streamline their processes, understand how their business can function better and more efficiently than it has before, so that they can spend more time. Like I said, plumbers know plumbing really, really well. They don't understand business. They don't have the luxury. Most plumbers and small business owners are owner-operators. They're stuck in their business. If they take a day to sit back and say, really evaluate, how am I doing? What can I be doing better? They're losing money because they're not actually out there working their business. And so they need someone who they can partner with to help them get there quicker and faster. And that is it for me. Thank you.